Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the channel, girl. Hey girl, hey.
Head to your drop-off at 2944 Cherry Blossom Lane.
So today's Monday, y'all, and we out in these streets for lunch, okay? We're doing some deliveries. Your girl was supposed to be taking inbound calls today. I accidentally scheduled myself to work today. Remember, I was ranting about working on Mondays and how distracting it is with the hun being home and the lawn people changing the landscaping company changed their days that they come. Now they come on Mondays. They used to come on Thursdays. And when I made my schedule about 2 weeks ago, I forgot that I told myself that. And so I don't know why I scheduled myself all day to work today. It wasn't until last night when I was like, all right. It wasn't until let's see, let's let her go. She got the baby. It wasn't until last night that I was like, oh shoot, I need to be off on Monday because of all this stuff that's going on Mondays, right? So I did that, swapped everything that I had. Everything worked out, and then I wake up this morning to every light in the house turned on. I don't know why all the lights were on this morning, but okay. Anyway, so I wake up to a lit house. It's like a little bit before 7, and I'm like, what's going on, you know? Because I normally don't wake Olivia up until about 7:30. Girl, why everybody is getting ready for work in school? I said, what? Wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute, girl. I did not know that the hun had to work today. He's normally off on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. So I had no idea. So I'm at the house. I take everybody where they need to go, and I'm at the house, and I'm like, man, let me pull up this schedule. I can probably get me some calls in, yada yada yada, whoop-de-whoop. Sir, what are we doing? Why's he just sitting right there? I'm confused. What happened? Are you okay? Does he have the hazards on? Yep, he does. Okay, I'm sorry, my guy. I didn't mean to make you have to move. I didn't know what you was doing, to be all honest with you. But anyway, so yeah. So then I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm like, dang, there's nothing available until later this evening. What am I gonna do all day? So here we are. I did some work on the computer. Y'all know that's always. I never really get a day off from that, which is fine, because I actually need to come up with a plan to actually, like, girl, are we going, wait, what are we doing? Okay, the navigator be throwing me off sometimes. But yeah, so I actually I want to rebrand my business, y'all. And so I've been coming up with some ideas for that, and I need to push that a little bit more. Like, I tell you guys about it, but as far as offline, I need to do more offline marketing. And since I be outside, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I've got some ideas for that, but yeah, so I started, I logged into the Uber app at 10:30. I didn't get my first pickup until about 10:45, so I dropped that off, and then I had a Target shop and pay where I was able to find every single item. Thank you, Jesus. I hate when I do a shop and pay and I can't find any of the items, like they don't have them available. I hate that because it's like a waste of time. But anyway, but yeah, I found everything, so I dropped that off, and now I've got a Chick-fil-A that I'm dropping off. And I don't know how I'm gonna do today. Like, I've come up with a strategy. It's just a simple strategy of don't take any orders that have more miles than the actual pay itself. Duh. That strategy has been working well. I did have some days where I didn't quite follow that strategy, and I was kicking myself in the butt because I felt like I was driving all over Atlanta, which is what I noticed with Uber Eats. They'll send you anywhere. Or is it just me? So yeah, girl. And DoorDash, I haven't really been doing DoorDash app lately because it's been so slow. Every time I log into the DoorDash app, it just kind of sits, and then I might get an offer like here and there, you know. So I've just been running with the Uber app. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, that's probably the most worked app on my phone right now. Okay, it's Uber Eats. I tried Instacart. I've been got approved for Instacart a long time ago, but the 2 times that I tried to do Instacart, I got bored waiting on a batch. And then when the batches came up, they were like way out in like Cumberland, you know, over in Cobb County and stuff. And I'm like, girl, I ain't finna drive all the way to Cobb County for some groceries. No ma'am, no ham. We not doing that. So anyway, so now that I've picked up 2 orders that were not a part of the strategy, from this point on, it's 12:16. I plan on doing this until about 2:30. So from this point on, I'm sticking with my strategy. More dollars, less mileage, right? I found that I actually make more money doing that, which is so weird. But for me, that has been the case because the days that I drive all over Atlanta for $2, $3 orders, I did not hit my financial goal. Okay, I have set a daily goal or a daily amount. See, 12 miles for $5, but it's a batch order. Like, girl, we're not doing that. But yeah, so I've set now that I've been able to kind of observe and track how much money I actually make doing these deliveries, I've now been able to set some financial goals. Okay, at first I felt like I couldn't set any financial goals because I didn't really know how it was gonna go, you know. But now that I've been doing it for a little bit of time, okay, I'm wondering if this next order is going to be a real order. I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute. Excuse me. I'm gonna tell y'all why in a little bit. But let me drop this off right here really quick. Where's the house number? Girl, I hate when I got to go searching for the house number because I feel like I look suspicious when I be in front of these people's houses and I can't see the house number and I'm doing all like this trying to see. All right, so let's see. This is leave at the door. So let me go do this one. So that one's dropped off. All right, so let me tell y'all, last week I had got an order for Panda Express and the pay was like $18 and some change. But when I got to the Panda Express, girl, they were closed and it was the middle of the day. And that's not the first time that has happened. I have been to that Panda Express before and they were closed. They had the doors was locked and they had a note on the door saying that sorry for the inconvenience, yada yada yada, whoop de whoop, right? So this time I go and I notice there's a note on the door, but no one's coming in, no one's going out. So I'm just like, oh, okay, well, this is one of those orders, it's closed. So again, on the note, it said that they were closed, right? So I'm like, dang, okay, gotta cancel the order because they're not even open.
Right on Dogwood Drive.
So that was weird. But what's funny is later on that day, I got another order for Panda Express. It was for a lesser amount, of course. And they were open that time. It was so weird. I don't know if maybe they just opened late or what. So yeah, so this order right here, they're paying a lot, but you know, who knows how it's gonna pan out. I know Burger King is open, but you know, I don't know if this is one of those situations where somebody else already came and got the order, or you know, child. Oh, speaking of orders, girl, so last week I got my first customer did not receive their order notification. And I have a pretty good idea of what delivery it was, only because of how it happened. Last Saturday, I got the message on, it was in my messages on Monday. Not this past Saturday, but the Saturday prior, right? It was raining all day, and that was a day where I was running around all over Atlanta trying to come up with a solution for something, because somebody wasn't being honest with me, and what happens in the dark always comes out in the light, you guys. Anyways, not gonna get into that, but yeah, girl. So I go to a Rise cafeteria, cafe, breakfast cafe, whatever it's called, over there on Camp Creek, right? I pick up from there all the time. Never actually eaten there before, but picked up some food, and I looked at the details of the customer, and it said that there was supposed to be 5 items. Somehow I'm gonna take full responsibility, because maybe I didn't fully read it or something, I don't know, but they gave me a bag. I was standing there for a second because I was kind of questioning the bag that they gave me. There was some items in the bag, but I'm like, well, maybe this is it, right? So I go on by my business. Now keep in mind, this was an order that was like $11, but the mileage was like 17 miles or something like that. Completely opposite of my strategy, right? So I take the order because I was desperate. I'm in the rain, I'm driving. This seemed like the longest drive ever. I get to the customer's house, and they are looking at this bag that I'm handing them, and he was like, this is everything? And I was like, yeah. I said it like, yeah, but I don't know, right? Because I kind of had a feeling that wasn't everything, but I wasn't sure, because they seemed sure that it was everything, right? The restaurant. So anywho, needless to say, it wasn't all of his food. He said he had ordered a whole lot of food, and I felt so bad, because if I didn't have another order, because along the way I had picked up another order, so if I didn't have another order to drop off, I would have offered to go all the way back to Camp Creek to pick up the rest of his food and then take it back. I just would have had to write down his address or whatever to make my way back over there. But that's what I would have done, because I get it. You know what I'm saying? You ordered all this stuff and you didn't even get it all. So I feel like it was that particular customer, instead of him just saying, hey, these are the items that I didn't get, for a refund. I think that he just kind of went in and just altogether said that he didn't get his order. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm at the Burger King. I'm gonna go in here. The lobby is open, so that's a good thing. I don't have to sit in the drive-thru, and I have to use the bathroom, and I know they're probably gonna take a minute because they kind of slow, girl. A lot of these restaurants be slow, so they give me time to use the bathroom and then ask them about the order, just to give them a couple extra little minutes. So I'll be back.
It's the same old story. Nothing in life's for free. I've been living in the dark too long, but I see the light now. Think I could make it out. Don't tell me that I might be wrong. I just wanna live and let go, and just lose control. Just lose control. It'll be alright, this I know, deep in my soul. So just lose control. Try to keep from drowning. could say I'm all in, just to keep from falling. I don't wanna lose my mind, but I see the light now. Think I could make it out. Don't tell me that I might be wrong. I just wanna live and let go and just lose control. Just lose control. It'll be alright, this I know, deep in my soul. So just lose control.
Alright, y'all, so we're back moving. I dropped off the Chick-fil-A order to a logistics area where every time I go over there, it's hard for me to find the customer. I don't know why, but the navigation, it'll tell me that I'm at the drop-off spot, but the few times that I've been over there to actually drop off, the customers weren't in that spot. They were in like the next building over or around the back or something. So got that situated, and then prior to that I had a Burger King order that took me to a house that didn't look like anyone lived in. And then the directions was kind of weird. It was like, text me when you're there, not when you're here, but when you're there. So I'm like, okay. So as I'm walking up to the door, I did hear some people inside laughing and stuff, so I just went ahead and left it. Not that I was going to do anything other than that, okay? But yeah, I just went ahead and left it, took my photo, put a note saying by the front door, and kept it moving. And so now it's 1:30, and I need to get some gas. So I'm going back to the other end of Camp Creek, the drop off. Let me get over, because this truck is on my booty. But anyway, so the drop off that I just did was on the end of Camp Creek, close to Fulton Industrial. So now I'm going to the other side of it. To the other side of it. And there's a racetrack, and I'm going to go ahead and get me some gas and get me something to drink. Because although I have this water, it's not even cold. I don't know why I didn't grab a bottle of water out of the refrigerator. When I'm at home, I just drink room temperature water. I don't drink cold water most of the time. So whenever I'm leaving the house, I grab a bottle of water, and it's always room temperature. But I don't know why I did that today. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore, that I was just going to grab one of the cold bottles of water. So I don't know why I did that, but I'm drinking on this hot water, and it's not doing anything but making me thirsty.
Much later.
Alright, y'all, so it is 4:15, and I had got my sign to stop with the deliveries. Chick-fil-A done hit my last little nerve for the afternoon, okay? It is entirely too hot for the foolishness. So y'all know Chick-fil-A normally be on point, right? The one on Camp Creek, go there, okay, if you want your stuff done right. But for some reason, there's a chick in there right now that I don't know what her issue is, okay? But I'm going to tell you one thing. I was in there for a good little minute waiting on some food. She didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was standing right there, although we was like, could brush each other in passing because that's how close we were. She didn't even acknowledge that I was standing in there. So I'm just waiting, patiently waiting until she jumps on board and acknowledges that I'm there to pick up an order, right? Now, I'm even trying to get her attention, and she like purposely, I feel like it was purpose, she purposely act like she didn't see me. Although we were right there in each other's face, okay? Anywho, so I'm like, alright. She finally, after attending to all the men that came in there after me, okay, every dude that walked in that store after me, she was at full attention. Okay, she was being thirsty. Alright? I'm gonna just say that. She was giving me Thot vibes, thirsty vibes, because how is it that all these people in this store and you're only acknowledging the men that walk up in here? Girl, okay, I ain't got time for you. So she finally said something to me as if she had a choice, because she literally had to look at me and as she was turning around. So we caught each other's attention, and I was like, hey, yeah, I'm here for a pickup. This heifer walks away, goes to start talking to the other girl. They're looking at their phone. She turns around, then she turns back around to look in the phone, and I barely heard her say, oh, it's not ready. At first, I couldn't tell if she was talking to me or if she was talking to the girl whose phone they were on, okay? So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Cool, not a problem. I gotta use the bathroom anyway. So I go to the bathroom, I come out, I'm standing there, and I'm still noticing all the door dashers, because there was a lot of door dashers, all of them coming in to pick up orders. She's full attention with them, speaking with them, letting them know, hey, I gotta make your drink, please wait, all these other things, and I'm still standing there. Okay, so there's another young lady, I guess she had just came on shift or whatever, so she walks up to me and she says, have you been helped? And I was like, well, sorta. I said, I'm here to pick up an order, but I've been waiting for a minute. Do you know about how long it's gonna be? So she gets the name, she moves over to this other guy who had just walked in, and so he tells her he's a door dasher, he's there to pick up an order too. So she walks away, goes to find his order, I guess. Then she comes back to him and tell him that they had to throw the food away because it had been 36 minutes. Right? She comes back over to me to get the name of the order again. I tell her the order name. She goes to her manager. They're looking at the screen. He's saying, I hear him say that they don't have the order anymore. Right? And so she's walking up to me, and I could tell by the look in her face that she didn't want to say what she wanted to say, right? You can just tell when somebody got some bad news that they don't want to tell, okay? So she walks up to me, and I say, yeah, how much time did he say it was going to be? Because the manager was a dude. And she ends up telling me the same exact thing that she tells the other guy. Now, she was cool, okay? My issue is not with her. Looked like she had just came on shift. She was getting into the flow, not a problem. It's the other chick that I have an issue with, because heifer, why you just couldn't tell me that y'all threw the food away? You talking about it's not ready yet. It took two other people to basically figure out that y'all don't even have the order and that y'all threw it away 36 minutes ago. No, wait. Her exact words were, it's been over 36 minutes, and as our policy, if it's been that long, we throw the food away. You telling me this thirsty heifer couldn't tell me that? She couldn't tell me that. She was so busy up in these men's faces. You couldn't tell me that y'all didn't have my order. You let me sit up in here all this time for nothing. Oh, let me tell you something about Chanina. I've always had a thing about women who go out their way to get male attention. I don't understand it. I've never understood it. And why do you gotta be like, why you couldn't wait until after work hours to be a thot, okay? Basically. Why you couldn't wait till you got off work for all that? Girl, anyway, hit my nerves. So y'all, I had to get me something to eat, because at 2:30 I said I was gonna get me something to eat, and then I kept taking orders. So apparently God felt that I needed some more coins, right? So girl, I'm trying to stuff my face before I get home, because I don't want to buy nobody nothing to eat. Y'all know it be like that sometimes when you a mom and you just want to eat, or you just want to buy something without having to buy everybody something. And it ain't no shame. You love your family to pieces, you know what I'm saying? But just every once in a blue moon, you just want to spend your money on you. You know what I'm saying? Girl, so I'm finna tear down these fries. And I got a double cheeseburger. I don't even know what made me get that. I was looking at a chicken sandwich, but my mouth ended up saying a double cheeseburger. So I got that in the Coke. I'm finna tear this down and meet Liverpool at the house because she gonna be getting out of school in a minute. Oh, child, that girl. Child, I don't know why we is they what? Oh, I can't even message homeboy back. He just sent a message through the app. I don't know how long ago this was, but because obviously I'm not online anymore, but he said he had 3 other drivers canceled. Do you know what's taking so long? I wish I had got that message while I was at the store, because then I would have told him, like, bruh, I don't know why 3 other drivers canceled on you, but they don't have your order anymore. And I was not about to sit around and wait for them to make it. I had already been there for too long. Oh, that girl hit my nerve. Oh my gosh. People be having things to do, honey. You can please your box at another time.